Hi everybody. Guess what I'm gonna make for dinner? I'm gonna make Spanish rice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna saute onions. This is about a quarter of a large onion, and I just chopped it up. And we got about 3 tablespoons of oil. And I did large chunks of onion. Just kind of saute until they get a little bit clear. And I have 2 cups of rice that I washed and rinsed, or that I rinsed until the water was very clear. So you've got 2 cups of rice. And I'm going to add, and we're going to brown the rice. Let it brown a little bit, stirring it now and then. And I've got some music in the background, but I have no rights to this music. It's Javier Solis. Because if you're making Mexican rice, you gotta have some Mexican music, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brown that a little, and then we'll come right back. Okay, come and get the. Okay, we're back. Now here I'm still browning the rice. It doesn't have to get too brown, but you want to get a little toasted there. And this is long grain rice. I use Mahatma long grain rice. And again, it's I'm toasting it in 3 tablespoons of oil. So it's 2 cups of rice to 4 cups of water. Or you can make it with 1 cup of rice with 2 cups of water, depending on the size or the amount that you want to make. Okay, so now I'm going to add the broth. Now in the blender, in the blender, I roasted, before I put it in the blender, I roasted 3 tomatoes, and then I peeled the skin off, and I put those in the blender with I put 3 cloves. Oh, let me double check. I put 3 cloves of garlic. I did a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and 2 tablespoons of chicken consomme or chicken broth, the powder. And I blended it all. I don't usually do it this way, but I did want to try it this way. I'll tell you how to do it the normal way that I grew up, that I learned how to do it, the way my mom does. And this way I saw a recipe, and so I said, well, I'm going to try it this way. But anyway, all of that was blended, and this is going to be the 4 parts of water. I had 2 cups of rice, and I need 4 parts of water, so I've got 4 cups of liquid here. And again, it's just the blended tomato, and then I added probably about probably about a cup of water to equal the 4 cups. So just put that right in. Oh, it smells so good.
Yes, it does.
Yes. So what we do is we let this boil, and then we're going to turn it down to a simmer and just let the rice cook. And then when the water is completely absorbed, that's when the rice is done. And we let that boil really quickly here, and then
No lid?
we'll put the lid on it.
Okay.
Keep it covered, and because I'm going to use a glass lid, it's going to be easier to tell when the rice is done, when the water is completely absorbed. So I'm going to put the lid on it. It's already at a boil, so I'm going to bring it down to a simmer. Simmer in the summer. And we're going to put that lid on, and again, we're not going to take the lid off at all. So when you're cooking your rice, it's better not to take the lid off until the water is completely evaporated. And then the rice will be cooked. Now another way to do this, again I said I did this in the blender, first time I've ever done that. But the other way to do it is to cut up your onion and your cloves of garlic, and you would put the 3 tablespoons of oil. You saute your onions and your garlic. Add the garlic after the onions are pretty much cleared, but then add the garlic. And then you add the rice that you have washed or rinsed. Then you add the rice, you brown it that way. And you can add tomato sauce, and when I use tomato sauce, I'll use a half a can of tomato sauce. And then I would add the 4 cups of water. So again, if I'm making 2 cups of rice, I'm gonna add 4 cups of liquid. So I would use the 4 cups of water. And to the water, then I would add the consommé, the chicken bouillon, the powder. This is what I use. And it's called Knorr. Knorr caldo con sabor de pollo, chicken flavored bouillon. Chicken flavored bouillon. And then, again, and then you just let it simmer. Let it boil, and then bring it down to a simmer until the water is totally evaporated and the rice becomes fluffy. Fluffy. Anyway, we'll put you on pause for a second and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So let me show you what we're having for dinner. I made green beans yesterday, so we're having that. And this is the rice, cooked. Yummy. Smells delicious. It's not as orangey like the regular Mexican rice that you might be used to, because I used the tomatoes and I blended them. But it's really good. It smells delicious. So the rice is done. And then yesterday I made Peruvian beans. I made Peruvian beans, so that's what we're gonna have as well. And then we're also gonna have fish. So I cooked some fish in the cast iron. Let me go ahead and serve that. My cameraman, I don't know where he's at. He disappeared. So we will try to do this one-handedly. So we're gonna serve fish. Voila. Oh, here's my cameraman. Here's my cameraman. So we're gonna have fish. We're gonna have some rice. arroz. Serve as much as you like. Then we're going to have some Peruvian beans. Some Peruvian beans. And then of course we wanted to finish off our green bean, so we're having that too. Voila. And we're going to put on the Peruvian beans, I've got some green onion. And some cilantro. And then for the fish, boy, I hope somebody's hungry. I think I served too much.
That was Alfredo.
We'll give it to Alfredo.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to add just a little bit of McCormick lemon butter on the fish. And voila. That's what we made for dinner.
Yummy, 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 yummy.
Hello? Oh my gosh. Who knows what this video is going to come out like. But anyway, that's what we made for dinner. Or that's what I made for dinner. And hope you can make sense of it. It was just a spur of the moment. It's time to make another video. So I did. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.